Dani.
This is Lauren.
Welcome to the Butterfly Effect podcast.
We are two wellbeing besties here to have a little chit chat about the nitty gritty shitty of healing, all things wellbeing and what it's like being a young female entrepreneur just doing their best and figuring it out as they go.
Through this, we are on a quest to encourage and inspire women to spread their wings to grow, transform and heal.
Be sure to like and follow the Butterfly Effect podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
New episodes will be dropping every Wellness Wednesday.
And you can also follow us at butterflyeffect.pod on Instagram. Send us your questions, send us your stories. We can't wait to get to know you.
Let's get chatting.
Hello, happy Wellness Wednesday.
Let's not start it like that.
Let's not, because
Let's not.
we have had a very funny... Why not, actually? What? It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. At least you know the day of the week.
Woo-hoo.
That's a good start. We've had an interesting start to recording. Happy Wellness Wednesday, Huns. How are we feeling? How are you feeling? Are you
I'm
okay?
feeling good.
Are we
Yeah,
settled?
I'm
Are we
settled,
chilled?
I'm good.
I feel like I'm at a business meeting. I've just
Me
sat up
too.
really straight with
Opposite.
my
We're actually in a
cup of
different
tea.
location today as well. We're usually up in my little cosy spare room.
Yeah.
But we thought, let's do it whilst we're sat down.
We've
at the
decided to
table.
be a bit more formal.
Feels very formal.
Yeah. I'm sat opposite you and I'm about to interview you.
You actually
Are you ready for some really tough questions? I'm going to grill you today.
Shit. I'm ready.
Oh, shit.
Come at me. I've got my boxing gloves on.
Oh, coming at me. Okay.
Hit me,
Well,
baby. Well,
let's-
yeah, what we doing today?
Yeah, okay, let's introduce it first. Let's not rush. Okay, we've got time.
Just need a quick story time this evening.
I mean, we haven't got time yet. Danny's got to rush off in like 20 minutes. It's fine. It's okay. It's all good. It's been an afternoon.
It's been funny.
But we are celebrating you ahead of your birthday.
Oh my gosh.
She's turning 29, honeys, and would you believe it? She looks no day older than 10? Did you just say 10? It would be a bit concerning if you still looked 10 years
I probably
old.
do, actually.
Thank you.
We should find some funny little old pics sometime of
Oh,
ourselves
cute.
as
Oh my
kids.
god, let's do like
That'd
baby
be cute.
Danny.
Yeah.
That'd be really sweet. Yeah, let's
It's
share
quite
some
fun.
pics.
Yeah,
of
let's do
you.
that.
Cute.
Goodness, I know, 29. I
Yeah.
actually love October throughout because I do feel very reflective. Of like, I find that my birthday is a whole month for me.
Yeah.
And I
Cute.
do feel really like, in that moment of just, what have you done this year? What are you proud
Yeah.
of? What would you change, if anything?
Yeah, birthdays are a
Quite
real
reflective.
nice time for that introspection
Yeah,
for
I love
sure.
it. I love
So you can
it.
look back on the past year and like if you are like if it's a particular milestone, you can kind of see what you're going to take with you into this next year, decade, or whatever.
Era. It's actually my
era.
golden birthday. I don't know if anyone knows what this is. Do you know what golden birthday is?
No.
It's where you turn the date on the birthday. So I'm 29 on the 29th.
I'm never going to get that.
You were 2.
I was 2 when mine happened. I missed that. You know what? I've also really harnessed the past few years. Have you heard of Saturn Return?
No.
So Saturn Return, it happens like every 27-ish to 29 years.
Okay.
So when people are between 27 and 29, and more often than not, it happens when people are going through a bit of a life change. So, and it happens again. So when you turn, hang on, what's 27 plus 27? 54?
Yeah.
Yeah, 54. Quick maths. Maths not my strong suit. But it happens again, and it's often where people go through a bit of a life change. They start questioning their work scenario. They start questioning their relationships. Quite apt.
Is that when like midlife crisis literally happen?
Well, I
Was that
suppose
like-
you could call it like a midlife crisis or a quarter life crisis. But yeah, it often is the time where people really start to reevaluate where they are in life and maybe make some real big changes. It's
cool.
really interesting. I highly
I'm gonna
recommend
look
looking
at that.
at it
Thank
for sure.
you. Yeah. I mean,
For
I won't
sure.
have gone in it. I think I have.
Yeah.
Hopefully, on the other side.
Hopefully.
Don't any other
I mean,
big
it's gonna
surprises.
it's gonna happen again in another 27 years. So
God.
brace yourself. But yeah.
That's really cool.
But anyway, I have some questions for you ahead of
Hit
your
me.
29th birthday. I haven't
Wow.
decided on what order I want to do this in though.
Okay.
So,
How about I get to choose a number between 1 and 6 each time?
Okay, yeah, choose a number between 1 and 6.
3.
Okay. What are you most looking forward to in this next year around the sun?
Wow.
In
I
Melbourne?
am looking forward to being an auntie. I have a niece on the way, end of March.
Yeah.
Ever so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And just having a really good year. My mum turned 60. We've got a lovely family holiday planned end of the year. It's just going to be a very wholesome, family-orientated year, I think, which is beautiful. Yeah, buzzing for that.
Yeah, you've got so many things to look forward to. That's very,
Really
very
have.
exciting. Pick a number between 1 and 6.
5.
5. Okay, favourite thing to do to celebrate a birthday? Like, do you have any birthday traditions?
I buy myself gifts every single year.
Oh my god, yes, talk about this. Yeah.
It's amazing. And I've done it at least since I've lived here, so for at least 4 years. And I literally, in the lead up, like a couple of months leading up, I purposely go on the lookout for things that I would want to be receiving, and I buy it for myself. I wrap them up, forget about them, and then on my birthday night I stack them all up. I write myself a little card of like things that I'm proud of. It's the weirdest thing ever, but I love it.
I think it's so cute.
It is so harnessing. So I'll write myself a little card, get my gifts. I'm actually going to wrap them and take them away with me this year, and write myself my little card.
Beautiful.
And it's just such a lovely tradition, and I love it. I even write like little tags and put to Dani from Dani. Just in case I'm like, who's this from?
Just in case you forget who's from. That's so cute.
So awesome.
I remember you telling me about this last year, and I remember learning about this tradition, and I was like, that's actually so beautiful.
And I think I've mentioned it to a few clients, and they've gone and done the same.
Yeah.
And it's so cute. Even like things last year, I bought my favourite herbal teas.
Nice.
Every year I buy my favourite body wash. This year I've got myself a new like gym wear outfit, so I'm really hoping to go like to the gym, wear my new outfit, and just feel the whole vibe.
Beautiful.
It's fantastic. I recommend it to everyone.
Yeah, because it can be small things, it can be big things. It's entirely up to you. I think I do have a similar tradition that I always will buy myself something around my birthday. But yeah, I don't necessarily go to the extent of wrapping things up and maybe write myself a card. But I feel like that's something I might do this year.
Card is really nice.
Yeah, I really want to write myself a card, you know.
I got a cute one. I don't think I bought it for myself, but I might end up using it. And it said a toast to you. Cute. And it's a picture of a little bit of toast with a smiley face.
I love a good, funny card.
So do I.
Me and my one of my favourite cards that my friend bought me, it wasn't for anything. It was, she saw the card and she's like, yeah, I've got to give this to Lauren. And basically, it was from when we went on holiday to Barcelona, and it's like this woman in a sea with no top on, and she's got her arms in the air. She's like, woohoo! And it's just my favourite card. It's up on my fridge. I love it. It's just perfect.
I like those ones that you could look at and be like, you could be in a frame actually.
Yeah,
that could work.
Yeah,
love that.
Nice.
Okay, number 1.
Number 1, biggest thing on your vision board for 29-year-old Dani.
What, like for next year?
Yes, for your, well, I say 29th year, but technically it's your 30th year on this earth.
Technically, jeez. 30
I
years.
know.
I'm so clumsy. I'm so grateful I've made it. Because, jeez, that's amazing.
Yeah, you've made it here.
I would say, okay, this is big to voice, but I really want to take my business online next year.
Oh my goodness.
For like self-massage practices, and I want to grow and expand tension release, baby. That's my baby.
That is, yes.
Yeah, there's a lot coming with that.
Okay.
So keep your eyes peeled, honeys.
And you've already got the first steps in motion because the website is coming.
Website's en route, yeah, and it's looking so good. We're really, really happy with that.
Beautiful.
And it's really good. It's taken a long time. We just haven't actioned it, and we've been so grateful to grow a business without having that.
That's very rare,
Yeah,
for sure.
we've just been so lucky. But now it will just be like a complete hub of if anyone asks me about any hair service we offer, I can send them there. Any massage, any upcoming events, we're going to link on there as well.
Yeah.
Could even do a link to the pod. Listen to us.
You could too.
Yeah, great.
A bit of self-promo, we love that.
We love that so much.
Amazing, yeah, and actually that's going to be really helpful for me because my clients very often ask about you and like, how can I get in touch with Dani to schedule a massage? And I'm like, do you have Instagram? And then sometimes they'll be like,
if they say no, literally,
So yeah, having a website is just really easy to kind of refer
and all the
people
prices
to.
on there as well, effortless, easy.
Nice.
Very cool.
I'm very excited for you. This could be very, very cool. The online world is just limitless, so where you can take it.
I've got loads of ideas with it, but I know that it's all just going to channel and funnel as it's meant to.
Beautiful.
Just trusting it.
Yeah,
you know?
trust the process.
I feel sometimes overwhelmed with the ideas and the downloads I get. I think I might have said before, I'm in silence a lot of my day.
Yeah.
So my brain is like, how about this? like,
sure.
but it all comes together, and I just trust whatever's, how it's meant to happen.
Very cool.
And this podcast is sponsored by us. We would love to invite you to one of our upcoming events this year.
On the 22nd of November, join us for the Calm Collective Collaboration, a 90-minute extended practice of nourishing yin yoga and self-massage, all within Verve Wellness Studio at Bedford Heights.
And on the 15th of December, we would love to hold space for you in our upcoming Winter Solstice celebration, an evening retreat at the Grange in Milton Ernest, the ultimate gift to yourself amongst a busy festive period.
To find out more, visit the links in the episode description, and we really hope to see you there.
Woo!
Number 6. Oh, this is a nice one, okay.
I'm gonna cry.
I don't know, it depends how emotional you're feeling.
Quite hormonal today.
Okay, she's hormonal, alright, well,
Hit me.
buckle up, honeys. What do you think 18-year-old you would think of you now?
Oh, it does make me emotional.
Because you asked me this question, but the other way around, you said what would you say to your 18 or 19-year-old self? So actually, what would 18-year-old think of you now?
Oh.
Are you well enough already, honey?
Actually,
You are!
She would be so bloody proud.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know who I was at 18. I was navigating so many different directions, knowing who I was as a person, what kind of person I'm going to be in a relationship. I was quite easily influenced at that age.
Yeah.
So now I feel like I own my shit, and it feels really nice.
Amazing.
So I think she'd be really proud. And
Yeah. Do you think she'd be like, imagine like you literally meeting your 18-year-old self, like picture it in your head, like almost like you're looking in a mirror, but it's your younger self. And like imagine her face just being like, wow, look at you.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like that's so incredible and such a really wholesome, like loving feeling.
Yeah, that is
Just
gorgeous. When I had done a confidence work course, I guess it was, a 6 weeks intensive thing, there was actually such a powerful inner child thing of doing that similar thing, meeting yourself at like 5 years old and then like giving her a hug. And it's the inner child stuff is very, very powerful.
Yeah, for sure.
But even that, like as an 18-year-old, just still a child, so should be really proud. What was I doing at 18? I was working in a salon. Hadn't yet gone on my own. That was coming up for next year. There was thoughts of it, but there was always that like little voice like, "You're too young, don't do that." Put me down. So yeah, should be super proud.
And you're still doing what you wanted to do, and you've come so far. Beautiful.
Just growing every
Always
day.
growing.
Yeah, very cool. Goodness me. What was left? Maybe number 2.
Number 2. What's one thing 28-year-old Dani learned this year?
Oh God.
Should we rewrite a
Everyone
list?
heard the podcast last week. No, not last week. So I thought I'd found my forever man this year.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
But you didn't.
But actually that's okay. So I would. What was the question? Sorry.
So what's one thing 28-year-old Dani has learnt this year?
Not to wear your heart on your sleeve.
Okay.
Because I think I was very quick to like get myself wrapped up, and I'm such a giver.
Yeah,
so sometimes
you are.
it's good to hold back a little bit.
It's good to hold back on some things.
Yeah.
Like there's this almost
Balance,
like a
isn't it?
balance between vulnerability, because vulnerability is like the biggest aphrodisiac there is, like 100%. But sometimes you do feel like you give too much of yourself, and then it's almost like thrown back in your face, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit. So it's finding that balance, like, okay, how much do I offer this person, or how much do I offer out into the world, and actually making the careful choice to save certain parts of yourself for yourself can be just as powerful.
Absolutely, and to look after that, for
Yeah,
sure.
I
And I
love
think
that.
in some stages I was quite reserved on things, and even the way I learnt to protect myself pretty instantly when things came to an end.
Yeah.
Very proud of myself for that, because it could
Yeah.
have easily spiralled. But I was like, do you know
100%.
what? Just wasn't meant to be in my path, and that's okay.
Yeah.
To let it go with such grace.
Yeah. And you really did.
5 years ago I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Like hardship.
And the way you
Yeah.
handled that, because I literally remember you voice noting me saying like, I'm going to do this, and you like kind of planned it out in your head, and then you voice noted me again, I've done it, and you were just so measured, and you were so in control, and that could have so easily, as you say, spiraled you and spun you out of control.
Yeah.
But you kind of like just grounded, you planted your 2 feet into the earth, and you're like, this is how I'm going to handle it, and then you went away and actioned it, and power to you for that. So
And it felt good.
actually maybe one thing you've learned this year is that you have the ability to step into your power when
Yeah.
needed. No matter what is going on, you have that power always.
To stay grounded.
Yeah,
and
to step into your power.
Yeah, and that it did feel really, really good this year.
Nice.
And just to actually be mindful of my own actions. Speak the actual truth of who I am with action in that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Don't need to be rowdy. I'm not that person. I don't need to be.
It doesn't need to be
throwing
toxic.
F's and yucks. Like that's not me.
No.
So it just felt really good.
I can't imagine you doing that either.
No.
I'd be like, who is she?
Yeah. God no.
Wow.
Those days are long gone. I'm joking.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Was there any more?
There's one more. So this kind of like could continue on from what you've just said.
Okay.
But again, you can take it in any direction. It doesn't have to be what happened this summer.
Yeah, sure.
But it's just, what are you most proud of this year?
Oh.
And bear in mind, this isn't just like 2024. This goes to the like latter of 2023.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think actually holding space for events as well as we have,
Yeah.
that has been such a highlight for me because they've just seamlessly. We did obviously the first one last February, I think, wasn't it?
Last September.
Last September.
Yeah.
So
The
it
whole
was
year.
just after that, and I
Yeah.
feel like the seamless flow of things. We've got in such a good flow of
Stunning.
things that are like so special that we bring both our specialities together, and we've just learned a flow this year.
Yeah.
I think, haven't we?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, I'd say the retreats definitely, and like extra events. Really, I've had some wonderful opportunities come my way that I've fully embraced and been mindful not to say overly yes to certain things as well.
Yeah, that's again
I-
another fine balance, like when to
Really
say
is.
yes, when to say no.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew that coming to the end of this year, I wanted to tail off and just had a couple of little sprinkle things coming, which is great because if I was to say yes to every single thing, I'd feel overstretched, knackered, and
Burnt out.
exhausted.
You
It's
would
not
burn
worth
out.
it.
Yeah.
Not
Whilst it's all lovely things that you're being offered,
Yeah.
and it is incredible that these collaborations are coming your way, these events are coming your way. Again,
there's space for it though, like to space it out. Yeah.
And in order to really show it fully to these different events, you have to have that balance in terms of
100%.
like work life, family life, general life, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
So yeah, I'm very happy with this year. It's been a cracking time. I'm really excited to have a little breather and go away, and I'm already thinking about, wow, I've got so much time on the plane, I can plan.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
buzzing.
Get that journal out. Actually, let's talk about what we mentioned
yeah.
earlier. So, obviously, mine and Dani's birthdays are so close, hence why we're doing an episode on each of our birthdays.
Scorpio season. Any other Scorpios out there, drop us a little comment on on this episode, please.
Yes.
We'd love to hear from you, babes.
And like, tell us how you're celebrating your birthday as well,
Yes.
for sure. And one thing Dani and I are going to do this year is that we are going to do a little journal session, but independently, but we're going to journal on the same prompts. So maybe there'll be like 3 prompts or
Yeah, I'm
something.
thinking.
And we'll write down our answers to these journal prompts, and then the intention is that we'll fold them up, put them in the jar, and then next year, so 2025, around our birthdays, we will open up these journals that we had written this year and just see what has landed, see what has come through, and again, just really harness that potential introspection again.
I've made little spell jars before.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun because you forget about them.
Yeah, I would
and
completely
it's
forget.
mad subconsciously what actually happens because you're like, oh, I forgot I wrote that. That
I
actually,
know, yeah.
I'm
And-
excited. Maybe we can get a date in the diary for next year to like have a cutesy evening and open
Oh
them.
my god, that'd be so cute.
Fun.
Yeah. Again, let's do our typical thing of pizza and sheets,
Pizza
face
pod.
masks.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
is how we roll.
Yeah, really fun.
Beautiful. So you're excited for your birthday.
Really excited. It's gonna
Excited to be 29.
Very. I feel good.
Final year of your 20s.
It's gonna be a good one. I feel
Mm-hmm.
it. I feel actually like, in terms of understanding my body, I feel at a really, really good pace with that.
Nice.
So I think it's so easy to get lost, and we will talk about this in another episode of like the well-being trends. It's quite an overwhelming space out there. But I feel like I've come to a really good flow of what's working for me. in terms of work-life balance, in terms of my like eating, how I'm feeling good in myself, my training methods. And I was thinking about this the other day because I used to love a 6 a.m. power sesh at the gym.
I could never.
Honestly.
Like, the idea makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, me too now. But I used to love it. But I remember the adrenaline rush I would get, and I would feel so hyped, like to a point I'm basically shaking. I would have probably have had like a pre-workout, which is so not good for you.
But then ultimately
full
you
of
would crash,
shite.
right?
I would crash about 3 o'clock. I would feel like a zombie. But I just thought, my God, I'd never feel like that coming out of the gym now, but I'm so grateful for it. I feel at a steady pace. I feel I've looked after my body.
Nice.
Like, it's just such a transition.
Yeah, beautiful.
That I've seen over time, that I'm like at an understanding of what my body and mind is needing, and it's lovely.
Yeah, and that awareness is so key, and this is something I felt as well. Like, you know, as you creep closer to 30, you're kind of studying your face a little bit more, and like, are the lines appearing? Like, do I need to up my collagen? Do I need to be doing this and that? And like, it's just overwhelming, the information out there. Like, I have no idea. I'm lucky if I remember to cleanse my face each evening.
Don't tell me that.
I'm so sorry. Like, every time I've gone for a facial with you, you're like, Lauren, your skin's a bit dry. I'm like, oh,
Wonder
really?
why?
Oh.
I'm using a baby wipe.
Oh no, never use
Not
baby
even that,
wipes.
thank
No,
God.
No.
That is like, I just want to scream.
No, I definitely do remember to wash my face, by the way. It's just like whether I actually use any type of cleanser or whether it's just like water, you know?
It's so good. And you have the best skin. This is the
I
best
mean,
thing of it all. Your skin's so clear.
I mean, not massively.
It's so good. It's so lovely.
You always know when a boy's pissing me off because my skin flares.
Interesting.
Yeah, I noticed
I'm going to keep
this.
an eye out. Be like,
Yeah.
so long. What's happening?
You genuinely know, and that again, like, I noticed whenever like I've been dating someone and they've just kind of like rattled me a little bit, I see it in my body and I see it on my face before I really feel it.
That's really interesting.
It's interesting.
I'm going to keep an eye out for that.
All right. Well, yeah, you might notice it before I do. So if you notice my skin breaks, I'll be like, Lauren, who's pissing you off at the moment?
What's
I'll be like,
happening,
well, okay.
That's funny.
Interesting.
So interesting. I feel like I wanted to say one more thing, but I forgot. It couldn't have been that important.
Was it intentions for being 29, birthday traditions, health, work?
No. I don't know. I'll put it on the next one if I remember.
All right. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Well, this
Guys,
is short and sweet
timing.
because you've got to go get your spray tan.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's pretty good.
that's not too bad.
Lovely.
Happy days.
Happy days. Yeah, I actually got a client at 5 because I'm in the salon. I just thought, well, I can
okay.
scoot her in. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Happy
Quick client at
days.
5, then my nails, and then spray tan later. Pamper night.
And then maybe class this evening if you fancy joining.
Maybe. I probably won't have time to get changed now.
That's all right. That's okay. I'll let you off.
Next time though.
Next time.
This is what I was going to say. Thank you for that.
There we go.
This is it.
Woo.
So I'm super excited because one thing that I put on my vision board for this year was to do more yoga with Lauren. I'll actually take a picture and put it on the stories when this goes live in a few weeks. But so I'm actually starting Lauren's beginners sessions on a Sunday.
So excited.
At the Box End beautiful boathouse. I'm really excited for that because it's kind of ironic that I collaborate within a yoga retreat and I don't do much yoga myself.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's take it back to basics. And I think it's so healthy to do that, isn't it? Like, strip it right back.
It's so good to have that beginner's mindset. And actually, I love leading the beginner's course because it reminds me of like, okay, if I was doing this again, what would I want to be told? What would I want to learn? What would I want to discover through this? How would I want to be prompted? So it encourages me to kind of step back into that place as well.
Cool. I'm really excited.
I'm very excited
to,
for you.
Pull it right back and be committed to something because my gym's open whenever.
Yeah.
So, but to actually say at, what is it, 11, 12 or 11 o'clock?
11 till 12
11 till 12.
Yeah.
For the next 4 weeks, this is my Sundays. I put them in my diary, they're ready, and it's actually a birthday gift from my sister.
Beautiful.
Buzzing, buzzing, buzzing.
Happy
I'll
days.
keep you posted how it goes, guys.
Yeah, and I shall see you on the mat. Chippy's about to go nuts, isn't he?
Chippy's nuts, yeah, that was great timing.
Chippy's like, Mum, you need to go now. Spray tan awaits.
You look like a ghost, Mum. Come on.
All right, lovers. Well, thank you for listening. Short and sweet, we know, but we appreciate you always. Don't forget to rate and review, like and subscribe, all the things, and follow us at butterflyeffect.pod on Instagram. All right.
Thank you.
Have a
I'll be
gorgeous
30 when I
wellness
speak to you next.
Oh.
No, I won't. I'll be 29.
You're 29. Oh my god, you just added a year on. Bye, lovers.